Let's bring in this week's closer. There she is. It's Sara Carter. She's back with us. Now listen to this. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi slammed the Federal Aviation Administration this week for failing to notify the U.S. Capitol Police of a planned demonstration during a Washington Nationals game, which caused a brief evacuation of the U.S. Capitol, saying the FAA's failure to notify Capitol Police of the flyover is outrageous and inexcusable. Then she thundered, someone should be held accountable for this outrageous and frightening mistake. Oh, a bunch of pampered politicians having to leave their offices and hang out in Starbucks for half an hour is outrageous and frightening. I don't remember Nancy Pelosi calling for anyone to be held accountable for Biden's disastrous Afghan withdrawal that killed 13 US service members. It is all so revolting. All these politicians care about is themselves. Sarah.
You know, Nancy Pelosi's hypocrisy and the hypocrisy of the lawmakers on Capitol Hill are not lost to the American people, Steve.
Right.
The American people are not stupid. These lawmakers that live up on Capitol Hill, remember Nancy Pelosi's wall protecting the lawmakers from the people and building that wall? There were 13 Marines killed in Afghanistan. I'm so glad you brought this up. But what about the people at Abbey Gate? The 20-plus American passport holders as well. The people that were standing there when President Biden turned over Kabul to the terrorists. He basically turned over Kabul to the terrorists, gave them lists. The State Department gave lists of people that we were trying to evacuate. Planes were being rushed, being filled up with people we didn't even know who they were. And I was sitting on the phone along with many others, listening to families cry in tears as they were trying to come out of Afghanistan. And now, what do we have? We have Sirajudeen Haqqani is working as the Minister of Interior. He was on the FBI's most wanted list. There was a $10 million reward out for this terrorist. And now they're running a nation with the weapons that we left behind. $83 billion or so in weaponry, Blackhawks, night vision goggles, M4s, M16s, Warsaw Pact weapons that we couldn't even send to Ukraine. So her hypocrisy is not lost on anyone.
I know.
And you know what, Steve? She's going to feel it, and she's going to feel it really good come November, because there's going to be a home run, and it's going to be a home run with the Republican Party.
She's going to. That's a very reassuring thought. But it is so outrageous because, you know, no one paid a price for that. There was no accountability. And then, as I said, she didn't say any word about it. Later on, Biden's the perfect president. And then there's this brief, you know, I'm not minimizing it. Okay, whatever. It's bad that it happened, this evacuation. But then she's thundering about someone must be held accountable when it's her. And her, I mean, it's just so offensive.
Well, it is offensive. And, you know, she's very angry right now with the FAA. She's angry that they weren't notified. Well, be just as angry. Be balanced. Be just as angry at President Biden, who basically abandoned Afghanistan.
Exactly.
And across the board, you know, made the world look at us as weak. We see what's happening now with China. We see what's happening in Ukraine with Vladimir Putin. All of that is based on decisions that were made by the Biden administration early on. But no one's going to hold those special investigations, those special counsels, or go on to oversight with that. But we need to. We need to bring peace to the families.
And we need accountability. You know, there's so many things that we could talk about accountability the whole time. But the one thing she wants accountability for is this thing with the Congress. Unbelievable. Thank you, Sarah. Great to see you. Thank you for watching.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.